Forever. Dog.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle Collins. This is Midnight Snack. It's the first time we're doing the show in 2020 where it's actually after midnight. I'm in London. It's 12:12. I'll show Dan the time as proof.
Verified.
Terrorist video. We did it. I've got a great eye makeup story happening tonight. Let's talk about it. Stunning tonight. Look at that.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Really beautiful. I really killed it.
Yeah.
I'm here with my friend Dan Acton. We have so much to get to. My guest today, by the way, coming up, Adam Glassman, the creative director of Oprah Magazine. My friend John Hill is going to join us. It's a jam-packed show, packed with jam because it's Oprah's favorite things, and we know she loves jam. Dan, are we on? This is what it would be like if I had a late night show.
Midnight. Yeah,
it's midnight cuckoo-ness of me. And I've been up, by the way, since like 7:30 in the morning. So I haven't napped.
God.
This is raw audio footage of what I'm like. This is the real me, the real Mish, and I'm glad to bring it to you on our last episode of 2020.
I'm checking the subscriber count is like decreasing.
Yeah, I have a ticker tape, like a Hudsucker proxy style, and it's just the numbers are like falling, and that's fine. If people can't accept me at 12:13 a.m., I'm not interested in them, so that's fine. Hi, everybody, it's me. I'm actually fine. Did I have some to drink tonight? Yes, I did. I had a work dinner outdoor tonight. I cannot say with who, where, or why, but it did happen. And that's why we're recording it so late. It was worth every moment. It was so fun. I had a great time. But yeah, here we are. And late breaking news is that London lockdown part 7, or however many lockdowns they've had.
Yeah.
Okay, so last time they did lockdown, and I was here for that. My joke was that the plane landed, Boris heard, and was like, we're shutting everything down.
Yeah, exactly.
But they still gave people, I think they announced it Saturday, and then the lockdown started Wednesday or Thursday. Now, what's today? It's Monday night.
Yeah.
They announced it today in the afternoon that the lockdown starts tomorrow night at midnight.
Oh, no.
So
People
it's
are
like
go nuts.
Literally the purge, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And lucky for moi, I did pre-lockdown announcement today in the morning. I bought some wares at H&M, as I'm known to do. As a major side note, I go into H&M like 3 times a year, just on a whim. I'm like, I'm on a whim. I'll go in.
Right.
And every time I do it, I'm like, they have beautiful stuff here. I'm like, what am I doing shopping on ASOS? They're beautiful every time. I'm like, they have gorgeous stuff at H&M. And then I came home because the dressing rooms aren't open, masked obviously the whole day.
Right.
Tried everything on. Literally everything was so ugly. Had to go return it. And I thought, I'll return it tomorrow because like I'm not insane.
Yeah.
Come back, do my series show.
No.
They announced lockdown. Literally 3:03 p.m. when my show was done. I was like, umbrella out the door, back at the H&M to return it. Yeah, it's already back. I didn't even wait an hour. I was like, it's going back today. I don't want to even leave the house tomorrow because I'm like, it is going to be, because it's also Christmas. So everyone's going to be out.
Literally the same thing happened the first lockdown in New York, where Hugo, mutual friend, bought a suit at H&M.
Talk to me.
As soon as they announced the lockdown, he was like, I have to return this because I will never wear it before the lockdown happens. And we had to go all the way back. It's like...
And I want you to know, return your shit today. But I have a feeling tomorrow, because even tonight when I was coming back down Oxford Street at around 4:30 p.m., of course it was nighttime out, right? It was already like teenagers acting. It was like SantaCon energy. Like I felt unsafe. I was like, I can't be here. Came back to the hotel. So yeah, I think tomorrow, I have a feeling people are like taking the day off of work. I'm still working tomorrow because like also, what am I buying tomorrow? You know, I'm done.
Right. Wait, what are you doing for food?
Well, the supermarkets stay open. Drugstores and supermarkets stay open. My saving grace during lockdown part 1, the first month that everything was closed, was every day I would go to Boots, which is a pharmacy here, and buy like a bath bomb. Like I'd go and like be like, I'm gonna get a mask every day. I would go, I'd be like, I want a mask. They all knew me there at the one I went to. They were like, hi, love. I'd come in and be like, mask time. Like put the mask down. They were so nice to me. But yeah, I just genuinely am like kind of grateful that I don't need anything. I have every item of clothing I need. I have dresses for any lockdown occasion. I have sweatpants and sweatsuits. I do not. I have saline solution, contacts, glasses, bras, undies, soda, phone. I don't need anything else. I'm in.
Yeah. And how long is it going to be? Do you know yet?
They've not announced it. And actually, the restaurant I had dinner at tonight said that they will not be announcing because people have like Christmas plans. Like, I guess it's culture here to like go out for Christmas, unlike in the States where people usually stay home. And so this restaurant was like, yeah, they told us they might announce what's going to happen for Christmas on December 23rd. They had like 1,000 reservations, which, to be fair, okay, that's insane. Like, you shouldn't have 1,000 reservations. That's while the virus is spreading.
Well, yeah.
Wait, can I tell you something really funny?
Yeah.
So I had neighbors staying next door because it's sort of, the doors are sort of close quarters. And it's not my choice to be at a hotel. I'm here because the Airbnb I booked didn't have heat. So I had no choice but to come here basically for a month. Anyway.
Okay.
So the other night, it's like maybe Friday night, and it's like 1:30. I happened to be up anyway, not because of the neighbors. I was just up. And there was like door slamming outside, and I heard like a little bass music, but really it had not kept me up. I just heard an energy. Right. I was like basically fully naked. I had like undies on. And I was like, oh, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, these motherfuckers are going to make noise all night. I got a vibe. So I crack the door open to like be like, can you keep it down? And but like no breasts showing. Like I was behind the door. I was the door. I cracked my body open. And I was the door. The door was behind me with lips. The door said it. It was confusing. I know people are having trouble figuring this out. I'm writing a book called I Was the Door. It's going to be a big hit. But anyway, so I hear like noise and commotion. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers. It's like a bunch of guys. And I like crack the door open. I hope they're not still here. And I go, can you keep it down? People are sleeping. But I said it so mean. I said it so like normally, you know, when you're like, you wouldn't understand, but like as a lady, like there are times when you're trying to be ladylike to get something where you're like,
right,
you know,
I'll do anything you say. And that's
will you do anything?
It's like a Despicable Me character.
I just got the worst stomachache. I think I've laughed myself into pain. I'm really in pain right now. But anyway, I opened the door and I was like, can you guys keep it down? Like I'm trying to sleep. And my eyeball like periscoped around the corner of the door. And like the guy from the front desk who I'm friends with at the hotel was already yelling at them because someone else had complained. And I was like, I saw him because I didn't know that he was there, honestly, because I wouldn't have like, it's like embarrassing for me.
Yeah, you don't need to pile on.
Yeah. And I saw him there and I was like, oh, and then he went, everyone is complaining. It was like the timing for him was amazing because I was like, come on. Like, oh my God, it was really funny. Meanwhile, my tits were like fully out. I was like, give me, like slam the door. So that was my night Friday. Anyway, that's everything that's happened to me. But yeah, lockdown is starting again. I'm actually thrilled because I'm not a business owner and I like quiet. So for me, having no stake in the game, it's fine. I do feel for people, but also, you know what? If I were a business owner here and they were shutting my business down, what I would have done weeks ago is insisted that every single fucking person who came in wore a mask, which they don't do here. So that's problem number one. So they can't actually complain, my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay.
My opinion.
It's not their responsibility, but yeah.
Dan.
Is it?
Dan.
The store people? What?
They hire security. Yeah, but listen. Yes. If they're working, imagine you're working in a store. No, I have a better one for you. The people working in the stores weren't wearing masks.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, there's an issue here with it.
Yeah.
I've turned into literally a nightmare, and I'm sorry, this is happening on the last podcast of 2020. Let's talk about different stuff. Who cares about this?
Let's leave this in the past.
Can we just like leave this in the past? Keep it down. People are trying to sleep. Someone's going to yell it to me with their tits out in about 20 minutes. Right. It's happening. It's 12.
I see like
22.
See like the shadow of a tit coming like over your shoulder.
I'm like, oh my God, what is this nipple? Get it in here. Anyway. Hey friends, at this moment in time, you might be looking to talk to someone about what's going on around you or what you're dealing with yourself. And if so, I wanted to remind you that you can always turn to BetterHelp. BetterHelp is professional counseling done securely online. And they have so many different counselors with various expertise that you're covered for whatever you want to work on. These are licensed professional therapists you can chat with over the phone or video, whatever you're comfortable with. However you want to chat, set it up with your therapist and do what's best for you. Another perk, BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and you can start talking to your therapist in under 48 hours. Such a quick turnaround, and with everything going on, I mean, who wants to wait? BetterHelp assesses your needs to give you your own therapeutic match. They're committed to pairing great teams, so it's free and easy to change counselors if you ever need to. So visit betterhelp.com/Michelle. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. If there's a therapist who's listening and looking. And of course, a special offer for all of my listeners. Now you can get 10% off your very first month at betterhelp.com/Michelle. That's 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Michelle. So Dan has a new creation, which I don't want to take not credit for, but I've given you notes on, certainly, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't want to say the word integral, but I'd say important to the process of making it.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
You know what? The fucking sarcasm. I actually have.
No, for sure.
You know what? The sarcasm. I just want to point out it is 12:25 a.m. I do not need it. I don't have to be here. Okay, I have to go to bed.
I am at 7:30 p.m. levels of sarcasm. I'm totally straight with you. No, you've given me so many good notes.
I have.
And yeah, totally.
Okay.
Wait till you see it. You're going to be the first person that sees it.
I really hope so, and I hope I see it right now. Did you pick them up?
Yes.
Can you tell people what they are, and then I'm excited to see it.
Okay. So when you go out to a restaurant or you go to if you go to the restaurant or you go to a bar or something, you sit down outside and you take off your mask
or anywhere. It doesn't have to just be at a restaurant. How about like at a home with a friend?
Yeah, if you're driving to the grocery
your bubble.
store.
Yeah, driving is smart.
Exactly. In your
bubble.
So when you take off your mask, where do you put it? Like some people,
I tuck it in one of my many holes. Where do people? I personally put it in one of my many holes. Where do people usually put it?
See, that's unsanitary, and I thought I need to make a difference. So I created a little device. It's a little wallet device called the Mask Motel.
Go on. I'm interested.
Which is the perfect little place. It's a wallet about the size of your iPhone. It's nylon. It folds up, snaps shut. And the lining is antimicrobial. You put your mask in there. It has this double pocket feature to keep everything secure. And it folds up and snaps into a very neat little shape.
It looks like, can I say what it reminds me of? Actually, when I was young, I had a Velcro nylon wallet. Yeah. That had it just has a kind of retro feel to it, and it's something you put your mask in. And I will say this about Dan's project, and I'm not just saying this, he has a real passion for this and has put so much work into this. I know because I helped, but he's really put so much work into figuring
20 versions of it. And I showed
you've worked your ass off on it. And I'm showing my aunties again because now we're friends, we're family now. There's great. My leg. Yeah. It's 12:28 a.m. I think I'm allowed to show you my fucking knee. Okay. No, but you really have put a lot of work into it. There were so many versions of it, and I know, and I'm so excited that this is the moment you picked them up.
Yes. Yeah. So, I literally picked them up. So they're made in Manhattan in the garment district.
Go on.
Famous by this district. Factory. They've been around for 30 years. They usually make ball gowns. And I talked to them today. It's this couple. They're super nice, and I was like, what is the craziest? Do people come with their inventions to have you make them? And he's like, yeah, one time we had to make an air-conditioned dog suit. Somebody's invention. This is a better invention than that, right?
Wait, actually, I'm sorry. I don't want to be that person. I don't think it is. I'm sorry. I love you. I support you and everything you do. I'm so sorry. I gotta vote air-conditioned dog suit. I don't know what it is, but I want to know what it is, and I want to have it. And I actually feel like you made a big mistake saying it, because now your product has been outshined. Yeah. You've been outshined. You self-negged. And now I keep thinking about an air-conditioned dog suit, which is just fucking incredible. But no, I want to hear more about your thing. Okay, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had these little dog mannequins that they used as models. But anyway, So they've taken their time, and I picked up the final versions. And I wanted to show because it's the color that you wanted.
Oh, yes.
So
tell people the color I wanted. Now I'm back.
It's a brilliant fuchsia.
Okay, can I just say something else? The pause. This is why the dog suit got my attention. Because you said air conditioned dog suit, no pause. I was in. I'm like, yes. You said brilliant fuchsia, sarcastic pause. Not a fan. I feel like
it wasn't that sarcastic.
I have helped you come up with the colors. I saw, just for the record for the listener, Dan brought samples of this nylon, like ripcord material, right? That's what it's called. I've seen a number of samples. I was the one, I said, put a lining in there that kills germs. People are going to want that.
Yes, that's true.
And you need that. And the word antimicrobial right now, I said it wrong. The word antimicrobial right now, I said it right.
Yeah.
Ew. You know what? I feel like there is an energy happening today. No, I'm kidding with you.
Maybe
I'm joking.
I drank like literally like an entire thing of tea, so maybe I'm like hyper.
Tea.
Yeah.
I literally had a bottle of wine. I'm genuinely like, I'm telling you that my stomach, if you put a stethoscope up to it, would sound like the Titanic sinking. It's crazy. Like I'm actually in pain doing this, but I want to finish and I want to sell your Mask Motels.
Yes.
You had great ideas. Tell me this. Does the king ring, you're my king ring. Does the key ring come with it?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
can I show you?
I want to see it. And I want you to know something. I was pro key ring from the get-go.
You were.
The key ring was a must. Dan said, I just want the loop. I said, you don't put a key ring on there, you're not getting people buying it. And I want you to know, now I'm interested. Show people.
That is absolutely true. Okay, so this is what they get it in. A little envelope. And then
oh my God, it's so nice.
So this is the old label, so new labels are coming tomorrow. But
that's
still,
fine.
So you get this little label.
Go on, yeah.
You open it up. There's this double pocket to hold your mask.
And it has a mask in it.
Yes, it comes with a free mask.
Oh my God.
Which is great. It's waterproof. And it's actually, like, now that I have it, I'm like, I would buy one of these. Like, I kind of want one.
I have to say something, and I'm not just saying this like to like blow smoke up your fucking ass.
Yeah. It's a cool expression.
I feel like I'm like even tonight at my outdoor dinner, I had my mask and I didn't know where to put it. And I kind of just like put it on the seat. Right. And I feel like if you just had a little case for it, it would just, and with those paper masks, it would, it's confusing because part of me is like, you don't want to extend the wear too long. Cause I do think there's single use, meaning one for the day, or like if you're out for a long time around people, one for that thing, but just so that you don't have to like hold it or crumple it. It just feels nice. And it makes you feel, I don't know, like really like put together.
I think so.
Where can people buy your Mask Motel, Dan Acton?
They can go to maskmotel.com.
And you got maskmotel.com, which is really saying something. If the amount of work you put in, I mean that.
I know. We came up, we were like brainstorming names for like 3 days, I think. And like everything was taken.
What was my best one? Go Mask Alice. That was something I believe I said.
Yeah. I don't know if I should. That might still be.
By the way, that's actually genius. Change the name. Is that? I didn't say that. Go Mask Alice is so funny. Are you kidding me? You got to go with that. Go on.
Anyway, go to maskmotel.com and they are now available. I'm shipping them out starting, as soon as this podcast
I'm just so excited for you and so thrilled for your success. I'm your number one fan. You know that. I adore you. And I feel like I just know how much this means to you. And so it's funny because I feel like this week's episodes are sort of consumer based because we have Adam Glassman, who's like the Oprah guy, our friend John Hill, who loves to buy things as I do. And it's just so great. I'm just so happy it's culminated. Now, can people, if they order it, get it before Christmas? If people order it like today or tomorrow, could they get it?
Yeah, if they get the expedited shipping, I would assume so. I mean, I'm gonna send it out as soon as somebody orders, I'll send it out. So
there you go.
Yeah,
I love.
A New Year's gift is also great, and we have gift cards too for.
I mean, I just love a gift card. I love a moment, and I love you, and that's all there is to it. And so,
thanks.
But I adore you. And what are your plans for the rest of the year? Because we're off for like another 2 weeks at least. So what are you up to?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I might get a tiny little Christmas tree to put it up. But
oh my God! Why haven't you already gotten one?
I was busy with these things.
Making the you got to get a tree and then you can hang the Mask Motels on them like ornaments.
That's actually very cute.
Wait, why don't you do that?
Yeah.
See, I'm full of fucking ideas. You know what I say?
What?
The name of this podcast should be Why Am I Not Rich? Because every time I think of something, I go, why the fuck am I not rich? Like, I literally have the best fucking ideas. It's bullshit.
It's like gold coins spitting.
My brain is gold fucking coins, baby. And every time my mouth opens, they fall out. And I got to keep them in. My brain is gold coins. My mouth is the dispenser. Oh my God. I kind of wish I could go out right now. Look at my beautiful eye makeup. I can't get over it. It's maybe my best job of the year. The blending. I look great.
Looks good.
I've really done it. Well, Dan Acton, you are just a treat. And people, don't forget, you can follow Dan at Dan_Acton. Go to maskmotel.com. Support a local business in the form of Dan. And also, if you want to follow me, you can at Mishcall. I've been less active on social media lately, and I just think it's very relaxing. I've decided it's been fun for me to not be as well. First of all, I have no one taking my picture, so that I'm not seeing anybody. So it's like it's weirdly like lent itself to being like kind of nice. You know what I mean? Because I'm like just chill. I did buy a beautiful coated Zara though, and I need the world to see it. So I got to figure out how to get that on the gram at some point.
Pretty soon you're going to be like welcome to Marwin with like in lockdown, just like making little dolls and stuff.
Hey Trace, can we edit out that welcome to Marwin reference? I mean, are you fucking kidding me here? I'm trying to put on a hit podcast. You're going to talk about welcome to Marwin? Genuinely, I'm trying to help you sell Mask Motels and you're fucking me like this? Unbelievable. All right. Well, listen, we got to go. We've got... Literally, are you kidding me? You're the only person who saw that movie. You're going to reference it before I'm going? Are you kidding me right now? Please. All right. We got to go because we've got Adam Glassman, the creative director of Oprah Magazine. Dan, I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
We all have mornings where we wake up, we pull the covers back over our head, and we go back to bed. Hey, no judgment here, but if you're going to do that, you should take it from me. Do it in the most comfortable sheets possible. That is why you need to check out Brooklinen. Brooklinen has a variety of sheets, colors, patterns, and materials to fit your needs and your tastes. It was started by a couple named Rich and Vicky, love the names, who also tried to find beautiful home essentials that weren't crazy expensive. But they couldn't. So what did? They founded Brooklinen, the first direct-to-consumer bedding company instead. That means that Brooklinen works directly with manufacturers to make luxury available directly to you without the luxury level markups. I love their sheet set in deep navy. I love a navy sheet, hides all the hairs. Sleeping on them feels like I'm in an incredible hotel bed, which you know that I love so much. They're comfortable and they keep me very cool, which as a boiling hot person is really important. But Brooklinen is so much more than just sheets. They've got comforters, pillows, towels, even loungewear, and more. And you can buy sheets, bedding, and pillows all at once to save your very precious American dollars. Brooklinen has over 50,000 five-star reviews. Okay, that's a full brag and counting. And they're so confident in their product that all of their bedding comes with a lifetime warranty. So don't wait. Do something nice for yourself. Go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code Midnight Snack. You're going to get 10% off of your first order and free shipping. That's Brooklinen, BROOKLINEN.com. Enter the promo code Midnight Snack for 10% off of your first order plus free shipping. Brooklinen.com, promo code Midnight Snack, free shipping. You do the rest. We just technically met. Was it 3 nights ago, 4 nights ago that we met for the first time? Do you want to tell people where we met?
We met at a virtual cocktail party for Lafayette 148, which is a fashion line that we're both fans of. And I thought it was a lot of fun, actually.
You know what made it fun for me? And I'm not negging any of the other people on it because it was a really fun crew of people. But what made it fun was you. And the reason why you're on this week is because you were so funny and like so, it was just an immediate connection between us. And it happened like magic.
But
wait,
let me just, I had this vision that at one point briefly, we may have met in passing at a Christian Siriano event. Did you ever go, was it like J. Jill or something? One time he did some collaboration.
Oh my God. Were you at the J. Jill Upper East Side
3rd
party?
Avenue, yes. And the other day I was driving, listening to this podcast of yours, and then I said, shit, in passing, I met Michelle briefly, and I remember being a kind of total nincompoop going, I listen to you, I watch you, I know you. And I was like suddenly a fan girl person. And I remember it very briefly.
That party I remember distinctly because it's one of the few public appearances I've made in a ponytail. Oh. And I remember showing up to it in a high pony. And I was actually wearing Lafayette 148, not a free plug for the brand that night at Christian's party.
Okay.
And I was somehow strong-armed into buying like a $700 white tunic that night.
How was it $700? No, you must have bought like 7 of them or something.
It was, to be fair, it was I think 200, but I feel like Jennifer Jill or whoever J. Jill is was there. I met like Jessica Jill, and she was like, you gotta have it, and I felt uncomfortable as Christian's friend. I was like, I'll take it, and I bought it.
Have you ever worn it?
So that was it. Are you friends with Christian?
I love Christian. I gotta say this. I went to his first fashion show we ever did after Project Runway. Because the fashion world, I gotta say, was very snobby about Project Runway in the beginning.
That's right.
Because who the hell makes a dress out of a paper bag or whatever their different projects were on that? But Christian was the star, and he had all these great sayings, and he was completely adorable. And then he was being represented by a friend of mine, Desiree Gruber, who also produced Project Runway. So she helped produce his real fashion show. And I was like, I'll go. There were no other real editors there. And I don't mean, this is a time before bloggers and influencers took over for fashion editors / journalists. And I was one of the few people from a legitimate magazine, whatever one wants to say at that point. And I have been enamored with him since then because he's such a joyous human being, and he loves women. And a lot of male fashion designers design beautiful clothes, but with this other kind of idea in their mind about who really should be wearing it. And usually she's very tall, and she's very thin, and she's very white. I'll be blunt. Christian
that's right.
thinks of glamour for all women of all shapes, of all ages, of all sizes, of all skin tones, and always has. Since day one, literally since day one, not That's now right. Where suddenly everyone is so woke. I didn't mean
yes. We're now Vogue is now putting plus size women on their covers because it's in an attempt to erase their horrible history. They're let's. I mean, really though,
okay,
it's in a way to kind of
interesting. That is interesting because I am a huge Vogue fan, and I am a huge Anna Wintour as an editor fan, and even though I don't know her whatsoever.
I don't know her either.
We know all the stories, and certainly I've been introduced, and certainly she's cold as ice and all of that stuff. But let me tell you something, what people, and people love to dislike someone who appears very distant and cold. But I will say
I wish I was like that.
I will say this. And that current cover with Paloma is gorgeous. But Anna Wintour has learned how to pivot faster than any other magazine editors out there. She has had women of color. She has had curvier women. She has had men, not just in the last 6 months. She has through the years. She's had more. Now, not every month and every page and everything. But
I mean, I admire, let me say this, and I love you so much, and I'll literally cradle you all night. I love you, and I don't, but I'll say this, as a curvier woman, I've never cracked open a copy of Vogue. I'm just being very upfront. Okay. I'm talking pre-Ashley Graham era, right? I've never cracked open a copy of Vogue and been like, there I am. They figured it out. I got it.
Yeah,
it's been a recent-ish. I think, the plus size world and the body positivity movement and all of those things have 100% shifted the conversation into real women, which I hate the term real women because it's
me too.
What? Women are women. Forget it. You have all shapes, all sizes, races, everything else. But specifically with Vogue, it's funny because I don't know. I'm sort of just looking at it from the body angle of being a curvier girl. I've never felt like I've been included, even from the Met Gala viewpoint of like, who has the Met Gala, just real talk, really ever invited who's been like plus sized? I mean, genuinely. They've had maybe like the Williams sisters who are athletes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are bigger women because they're like muscular, incredibly talented women. It's not that easy. I agree with you that Christian, who, you know, is a friend of mine for years and years, and amazingly has never put me in one of his campaigns, like the Maiko's dad.
Well, in all fairness, also,
I'm joking,
he doesn't have
yeah.
that many campaigns. He's not one of these people who spends
gazillions
of dollars like, you know, the Ralph Laurens and the Calvin Kleins. He's really more with the people that way.
Oh, 100%. But I have to say that Christian, from the get-go, there's a reason why every plus-sized actress first calls Christian. And I know that because I'm his friend, and I know that he's every awards season pre-corona completely overwhelmed with requests for dresses from every woman who's not a size 6 and under.
You know what's so nice
about
him? He never says no.
Go on.
He never says no.
That's right.
He makes it work. He has turned things around overnight for me for Oprah. Literally. Overnights. I will say, this blouse of yours, I think it would be great. Could you add a little bit more of a sleeve? And we need it in this color. And it will arrive in the studio the next day.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
Because he's such a nice, good human being. And he gets fits. And he gets bodies. And his fabrics have stretch in them, quite frankly. And every woman...
That's correct. My middle name. Mishy Stretch Collins. I love a stretch. No, listen, I'm actually not amazingly wearing a stretch top tonight. Live for a stretch. And I love his dresses. When he is kind enough to loan or give me one, it's a game changer. I've not introduced you properly because people are hearing you say the name Oprah and they're going, why is this adorable, clever man bringing up the O name? I'm going to tell people why. Adam Glassman is the creative director of Oprah Magazine, or O Magazine. Yes. When we met, which I guess had been months ago, but mentally for me was literally 5 days ago, you were the funniest, most hilarious, and yet you actually have my dream job, Adam Glassman.
Really?
And first and foremost, people should follow Adam on Instagram at The Real Adam Says. Yep. Why are you waiting? Now, I just went to your Instagram. We have a lot of clips on The View. Were you on The View recently?
I am a monthly contributor to The View.
Oh, salty, and I'm listening. Go on.
View Your Deal. And I offer...
Oh, that's a big gig.
It is a big gig.
Big gig.
And
genuinely, I know.
We offer the viewers 50% off for 24 hours of things that have been featured in O Magazine. So it's the Oprah edition on The View. I'm not going to dwell on The View because I know your I'm happy with The View. Past history.
Listen, without The View, would I be able to eat dinner? No. So I have listen, my saltiness of The View is more just about tact, not about financials. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a separate convo. No, I'm happy that you're on it. Listen, I tell everyone, get your check and get in there. If I could do half off deals, they don't know how often I'm at the outlets. They should never have hired me as a host. They should have hired me as a resident Jew, and I could have gone on there and given them deals.
Yeah.
That's what Adam Glassman is doing.
Because
he's the resident Jew.
Because I grew up going to Loman's and Syms. I don't know if you remember Syms with my mother.
Are you going to literally insult me to my face about Syms?
I said.
Are you actually going to try to get me off this podcast?
Well, you're young.
Yes, I know Syms.
First of all, you're younger than I am.
I'm very young.
I don't know in Florida if you had Syms, because we had the original Syms. So we were always going. My mother took me to Syms. I bought my first Armani sweater at Syms when I was like 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, babe, this is why, honestly, you don't even know this. Our pain bodies connected Thursday without even knowing it. Because my mother used to take me to the Miami Beach Syms. There was one. And it was like, for people who've never been there, imagine Costco, but small, full of men's suits. That's like all it was. And like ladies, Tahari, TSL, like not fancy Tahari, like Arthur S. Levine Tahari.
Oh my God, you know that? Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I'm a fucking Jewish girl. Are you fucking going to insult me on my show?
Do you remember that line, Finity? It was like those women's working suits in yellow and orange. It was called Finity. That was in that same realm.
That I wish I did know. No, Syms was where like Orthodox Jews went to buy their Saturday Shabbos suits. It was a Shabbos fantasy for so many. And I went in there. There was another place in Miami that I hated. You wouldn't know this because you're not a Miami boy, but there was a place called Lorenzo's. It was an Italian market, but it was like where you bought prosciutto. It was the Syms of prosciutto. It was like where you went to get meatballs, but like at a discount. An absolute decrepit place. I loved Loman's though, even though I had to change. It was where I first saw a bare breast. Was the
because all the
room.
women, it was like the red tent. Everyone was in there together, stripping and trying stuff on. And I was a little boy, and my mother kind of like had us outside, me and my brothers outside the dressing room, but we were always running in and out. Yeah.
Oh my God, that Loman's dressing room. I'll tell you, if I have any body confidence today at all, it's because of the women's bodies that I've seen 30 years ago in the Loman's dressing room. Boobs that literally looked like the blood pouring out of the shining elevator doors, like loose flesh just released akimbo. Beige undies and bras. That Mrs. Doubtfire was like a sex symbol compared to these women. It was just an absolute disaster.
I don't even know if they called them
they
called them undies and bras, or they were called like foundations or something. You know, I feel like that's our grandmothers used to wear foundation wear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where are you from originally? Where were you born?
Well, I was born in New York. Then we lived here for a bit in the city. Then we went to Westchester. So I'm a New York Jew.
Are you a Scarsdale Jew?
Chappaqua.
Ooh, R.I.P.
Yeah.
That's exciting, Chappaqua.
But when we moved there, we were like the pioneer Jews, I have to say. We were very, there was a handful of Jews, and there was one black family, and that was Vanessa Williams and her family. Yeah.
No kidding.
And there was us.
I love Vanessa.
I mean, it was like a very small group of people. The other Jews was Heather Kent, who is now Heather Dubrow, from The Real Housewives of Orange County.
I am actually without speech. I love Heather Dubrow so much.
We're family friends, so we grew up together. So that's like there were not that many Jews in Chappaqua, but there were a few of us. There was a small, diverse group of people, and there you have it. But now, like everyone that sort of migrated from Scarsdale went to Chappaqua, so it just kept moving up.
Well, Scarsdale, and I don't know a lot about Westchester because my father's parents lived in Long Island in Woodmere, one of the 5 towns. Super Jewy. Quick story, and I'm only telling you this because I know you as a fellow Jay will appreciate this. They died, and they had a nice house in Woodmere, not a mansion, but nice enough. My dad mistakenly sold it to some Ortho Jays, mistake number 1. Amazingly, it burned down within literally a month. It was like a temple. It burned down and they got insurance money for it. And like that house doesn't exist. The story is like why I'm a proud Jewish woman, but also ashamed. I'm ashamed. Constantly ashamed. I'm like, there's a lot of shadiness going on. And it's like, I love it, but I hate it.
That is interesting. Yeah. Well, I will say, this is funny because you love outlet shopping like I like outlet shopping.
It's my life.
I was at Woodbury Commons the other day. And do you ever go to Woodbury Commons you're here? Up in Harriman, New York?
Can I stop you once again? Can I just stop you once again to say, if you insult me again, I will actually, and I'll cut it short. I have been to Woodbury. I get the frite emails from my friend Matthew who works there literally once a day. I'm a Woodbury girl, even though it's sort of a waste of time, and I have theories about it. But
it depends. It's hit or miss. But like when I drive to my upstate house, I pass it, and once in a while I go. I don't go that often, but I needed something specifically for a gift. But I needed to go when it was Shabbos because I knew that it would have been overwhelmed with baby carriages. And I don't want to be a self-hating Jew, quite frankly.
It's not about that.
And during COVID, I'm a freak going into stores because I literally have to be there when you open. I have to be in and out. I try not to make eye contact as if that's going to suddenly give me corona. But I'm just like in and out. I have hysteria. And the one store I had to go to, I had to wait online outside because they were which I think is nice. They were only permitting.
Can I guess which store?
No.
I know the 4 stores where you have a line. I'm going to guess them. Ready? Gucci.
Nope.
Okay, not Gucci. A line outside. It wasn't Tom Ford.
There was no line there.
No
line, because the Tom Ford there has kind of crappy stuff. I've never seen anything good.
It's shitty. Most of the places there have stuff from 10 years ago, and they're still charging full price. Wait, was it one of the mega stores or a smaller store?
It was a smaller store, very covetable outerwear. How's that for a hint?
Montclair.
Yep.
God, I'm so fucking good.
You are
Go on.
so freaking good. No, and
you insult me by not knowing that. I am good.
Montclair is next to the Uggs store. There was a line at Uggs, obviously, which is next to Gucci, where the line was 5 times the size. Meanwhile, there's nothing in that friggin' Gucci store that you would want to buy.
Nothing.
But that's why I've learned. I know how to do a outlet mall better than anyone, but maybe not better than you.
I mean, I got loafers there. I'm going to just say something. Yeah. I'm a lady size 42. I did buy like jacquard Gucci loafers there probably a year ago. They've literally never seen the inside of my feet. And I want to reel them when I'm back. Continue. So you're in the Montclair line, also a very expensive outlet for the listener who doesn't know.
Stupidly expensive. And by the way, the prices are not that good. They are not. They're not even half off of retail. They're not. Yeah. And I should have just bought it on Mr. Porter, where I shop every day at 4:00 in the morning, and called it a friggin' day.
Same.
But it wasn't that much of a line, and I was on a mission. So I waited. They took your temperature, and they helped me. I got my thing. I left. And then I sort of saw all the lines at those stores you said, like Tory Burch and Gucci and UGG, and I got hysterical. Yeah. I had to pee. I go into the men's room. I'm like, oh, I can't. And then I left. I was like, mission accomplished, done. But I love an outlet mall. But like you, and I heard the other day, you woke up at 7 a.m. to get on a train to go to a mall there in England.
Bicester Village. Yeah. Do you want to know what I did Friday? You've not seen me since. I don't want the listener. It's too late. The listener has judged me from the second this show started. I was masked. I was in an empty car. I had to return a dress to the All Saints outlet. My fault for buying it. Dressing rooms are closed here. P.S. Lockdown in London starting again Wednesday. So tonight I was just like walking and like with the mask on, and the only one in the whole fucking country who does it. Oxford Street, like Santa Con, like a million people, because everyone's like, oh shit, lockdown's coming. We got to get back out. But I went to an outlet in like 2 minutes away from a train station called Ashford International, but it was like the joke was it's not international, and like the coffee stand was closed. Like there was nothing there. The point is, I get there to return this All Saints dress that looked like shit on me. And this story, does it go anywhere? Not really. It was just me in Kent, which I didn't know was one of the coronavirus hotspots of England, until I got back and told a dear friend of mine, like, yeah, I went to the Ashford outlets. She was like, in Kent? I went, yeah. She goes, yeah, corona hotspot. Everyone there has it. Like, and by the way, I know that I don't have a lot of Kent fans who listen to this podcast. If you ever want to feel hot, like if you're ever having a low moment and you're like, I want to feel fucking hot as shit, beeline to Kent. I don't think a chin has been birthed here in like 150 years. The most chinless, toothy, like LOL, laughably ugly people. I was like, I am legitimately, Giselle is shamed to be next to me. I am stunning in Kent.
Let's stop.
Go on.
Please
take it away.
You are stunning, not just in Kent. And I know that you are a comedian. I know comedians like to be self-deprecating and that, but you must also own it. And I think you do, that you are very beautiful to begin with. You have a really lovely figure, and I don't want to just say that, but I do.
Please talk to me about it. I want you to describe my figure.
You really dress very well. You understand your body and your assets and how to dress for them. And that
Adam Glassman, can I say
great.
Thank you?
And I have now trolled you enough on Instagram and pictures just to see that you get how to dress for your figure. And
Thank
you. I know that you've said all these things about whatever your butt and this and that, and I've listened to everything you do.
I have a big white ass, and it's a blessing, and I've learned to love it. And you want to know what? I have to tell you something funny, just a quick story, because I know you'll love this. The listeners at this point are like genuinely slitting their wrists. I don't even care. I want to continue talking about clothing.
I wish they could. I don't know. I don't think.
I want you to know I've never had more fun in this podcast than talking about the outlets with you. And I feel like we do have a connection that I feel really strongly about, and it makes me feel really happy. I went today to Liberty of London because this was before lockdown was announced, because I thought it's Monday, it'll be empty. I've avoided it for weeks because I didn't want to be around people. Go today, empty, like literally no one there. Go to the ladies' clothing. There's a big sale. Beeline to the sale. I see these dresses, ladies' dresses in like pastel yellow, pinks, big puffy sleeves, and I'm going, and for really a good deal. I go, maybe this is it. I'm ready to like wear pastel. I've never worn pastel in my life. Yeah. I take these, like, I take like 3 or 4 from a company, and they actually make nice things. Stein Goya, if you know them. I bet Oprah wears Stein Goya because they love a lady's figure. Anyway, I go to the dressing room, and I'm like, maybe this is it. I'm going to wear yellow. I'm going to wear pink, like baby yellow, baby pink, like it's happening. I put this shit on my body, and I'm wearing black right now. I'm like feeling myself, right? I looked like fat bastard. I can't explain to you how hideous. There's no, I've had some wine tonight. There's nothing in the English language. It's like how the reverse of how the Eskimos have 500 words for igloo. Yes. We don't have words for what I looked like in this. Like, it just defied logic. And the lady was like, "Is everything okay?" Because the dressing rooms are open. I'm like, "No, things are not okay. Like, things are awful." Because I know that I just don't look good. I can wear a navy, a gray, a black. I call it North Korean chic. I can do it. I know the shapes that look nice. I can wear a raspberry. I can wear a hot pink sometimes, a blue. But like, put me in a yellow and you're asking for trouble. It's like I have Ripley's Believe It or Not skeleton. I can't wear Easter colors. It's just not meant for my body. And that is all there is to it.
But you see, I understand that. And I respect that.
Yes.
And this is what I like. You are honest with yourself. You can look in the mirror.
Thank you.
You can see what you look like. You know what you want to look like, and you know how to find the medium to get there without feeling like you look like a clown or a peacock or larger than perhaps you want to look, or whatever those neuroses that people have in their mind. You're honest with yourself about it.
I want to ask you a question, though, because obviously I look to Oprah, who I'm assuming you are friends with. I mean, genuinely, that I'm one degree away from hers. Which is just, you know what? It makes me love her because I love you. And the fact that she loves you makes me feel close to her, if that makes any sense. Yeah. That being said, I feel like her style, though, and she's a curvy girl. Like, you know, she's seen all kinds of shapes and sizes, right? But she really, I mean, maybe it's, I don't know, the billions of dollars. As I'm saying, I'm like, what's her secret? Let me guess. But no, she really knows how to dress for herself. Is that like a team of stylists, or does she have also that innate sense of knowing, I feel good in these colors, I know this shape, like I know the brands that fit? Is she experimental? Like, I mean, I know that's kind of a personal question, actually, so like, feel free not to answer it. But
it's not that personal.
I'm curious.
I think it's actually a great lesson for listeners and women in general. This is there. First of all, there is no team of anyone in Oprah's life. And people are always surprised. There's not a posse. She's one of those people that actually can do everything by herself. She doesn't always have the time or desire to, but she can. And now during lockdown, she's doing her own hair and her own makeup because she is not having anyone around in the house. And she's dressing herself, literally. She goes into the closet and goes, "I'll wear this and that." She has a memory like an elephant, so she knows everything that she has, when she bought it, where she got it, whether it came from one of my shoots or she went into a store and bought it. But I think the key is this. She knows that she has a uniform. And I'm a big believer in uniform dressing. I don't mean like a literal uniform, but you know what works for you. She knows what works for her is like a V-neck or a scoop neck kind of sweater, because she has, as she refers to them, her grandmother's boobs. She calls them her grandmother's boobs.
I would call them my GMBs. Yeah. And I would say that I have my MBs. Because my grandmothers were both quite small-chested, but my mama was Mad Max milking lady, as am I. So I've got MBs.
So she knows that you need some openness here. Some openness, not, tasteful cleavage.
Yes.
She oftentimes also wears like a shirt underneath a V-neck sweater because it's that Mary Tyler Moore thing that she just always loved that look. She always needs a sleeve. Otherwise, she won't wear short sleeve because she likes to call what we call Hadassah arms. She calls her flags. Yeah. Okay.
The Chabadiness of it all. I got it.
But,
That's a Chabad.
But she calls them flags. So that upper part that waves. Perhaps when she was younger, she wore more sleeveless, but she's not anymore. So it has to be like a long sleeve.
Do you think this is the first time it's ever been referred to as Chabadi yadi yadi? Because I feel like there is something very funny.
Yes, I think that's very funny.
That's what I've
never heard
Thank
that.
You.
So, of course.
Okay,
you
thanks,
coined
Adam.
it.
Go on.
And she also knows, like, because she is has a curvy figure, that and she's blessed, like you are, where her waist is smaller than her shoulders and her hips, which is an hourglass shape, which is what you have too. So if you dress for your waistline, then you are always going to be in proportion. So it doesn't matter if you're a size 2 or a size 14 or a size 8 or a size 16. If you dress for that figure, if you're blessed with a smaller waistline, then you will always look great. Truly. You have to think of yourself like a piece of clay that you're sculpting, and you sort of do it that way. Like sculpt out the waistline first and work that way.
I agree, but I will just say one thing, which is that for me, and I do have a waistline, I'm blessed. I've gotten over a lot of body things, I would say, in the past like 3 years. It's taken work, but I've really grown genuinely. Like I feel better about myself.
Feel more comfortable wearing more form-fitting clothing that highlights and shows your body in the last few years? Yeah.
Yes. I'm more comfortable naked. I'm more comfortable in body fitting things. Just being honest. Like I just feel like 39 years old. I'm like, if not now, when? Like eventually you just have to get over your shit. You just got to be like, this is it. Like I'm not going to be a supermodel or whatever it is. I'm lucky. I actually, and I've said this on the show before, that I think a lot of the body positivity movement on Instagram, which was uncomfortable for me at first because I was like, what are these ladies doing? I actually think has empowered me genuinely. As cheesy as it sounds, I think seeing natural women and bodies that are not porn bodies or model bodies has like changed my own viewpoint 100%. That being said, I don't look good in a belt. And that's just really what I want to bring up. I know you don't want to hear about it.
That is interesting.
If I belt, I'm done. Like I can't wear a big, because a lot of women, I think Oprah loves a belt. Now I know she does. Now listen, maybe if I went to Hermes and got some beautiful like $1,000 belt to be great.
This is what it depends on. Where is your waistline at your true natural waistline, the smallest part, or is it higher up that you're actually calling your waistline, which is your lower rib cage area?
I don't even know what that question means. All I know is that when I belt things, like okay, what? I'm sorry, Da Vinci.
Too idiotic.
Let me wrap my brain around.
No, let's forget that. Okay. Let's forget that. It depends on the.
When I belt things, it just is bad for me.
Okay, then don't belt.
Yeah.
But like,
it's just bad for me. I don't. I have a cute outfit on tonight, even though look at that. That's a small little waist.
You have a teeny waist.
It's tiny, and that's,
but is that now
Spanx free?
Is that a tunic dress, or you took off your pants to do this podcast and you're just wearing the tunic?
Yeah. Okay, this is actually really funny, and we'll end this episode on this little factoid because our friend John Hill is going to join us for part 2, and he's waiting. Me too, and we're going to go. I just want to tease everyone for part 2. Adam is going to take us through some of Oprah's favorite picks, which I have so many questions about. You actually literally live my dream life, whether you know it or not. We'll save it for part 2, but I will say this about what I'm wearing. What I'm wearing, which by the way shrunk in the wash, and I'm really upset that I have to talk about it, was a Zara romper. Hold on. That obviously is a 6'1" woman. The romper is code for a yeast infection because that shit cuts in. I took a pair of scissors, cut the lining. Okay, so the lining, romper lining is literally, I mean, not to be like too personal, it's frayed. You can probably see here. And made it into a little top. Now, I had pants on. I had dinner with a luminary tonight. So you can see, I turned it into a little dress. There are my legs.
Yeah, but that's
Don't
cute.
release that. It's sort of sexy.
You made it fit and flare.
Yeah.
You see, you know how to dress.
But look how it fits me perfect. I do know how to dress.
You do.
I truly think if I had like Oprah money, I would be really hot. I feel it. And don't say anything. I make it work with a Zara moment.
Zara's fantastic.
I'm the first. I love Zara.
I don't even think you have to say you make it work with Zara. Zara does a really good job.
Oh, I'm the first fat bitch to those XXLs. If anyone's wondering, like, where are the XXLs? They're sold out. Yeah. I have them. I'm the first one on there because that's like a size 14 and like, good luck. But Adam, can I just say this? I really feel like I want to like compare DNA matches with you because I feel like we're related. Like, I don't want to put it out there, but you and I are so similar in just what we are obsessed with. Like, discounts. It's a Jewish gene. Don't you think that it is in our genes?
Thing. I do. I think it's a cultural Jewish gene.
Yeah.
Thing. But if only Judy Collins, your mother, really sang "Send in the Clowns," then really,
please, Judy Collins, my mother, is much more talented than Judy Collins, a singer, but just was undiscovered. Not as a singer, but as a performer. Arguably the funniest woman ever.
Really? Oh, so that's where you got this from, your mom.
My mom. My dad was a stand-up comic in the 80s at old age homes like Eugene Levy and Waiting for Guffman. But I believe my humor comes really from both my parents, but mainly my mom.
Oh, amazing.
Adam Glassman, can I just say this? We're going to end part 1 because John is so patiently waiting. And
okay.
I'm like a bad friend.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Is that true? Oh my gosh. Well, listen, follow Adam at, I want to plug everything. Follow him on Instagram at The Real Adam Says. He's, first of all, gorgeous. I'm looking at your pictures. I mean, you're too much. Adam, before we go to part 2, what else would you like to promote? Obviously, Oprah Magazine, Oprah's favorite things. We'll talk about in the next
Well, I just think
episode,
that
but what do you want to tell
right
people?
now, everyone is scrambling for last minute Christmas, holiday gifts, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And we have a lot of great things on Oprah's list. And I'm not just plugging that. It's mostly small businesses here. And we're really proud of really promoting small businesses. A lot of them are Black-owned businesses because so many people were calling and DMing us saying, what could we do to help businesses? So 75% of the list is Black-owned small businesses. And if you go to Amazon.com/Oprah, or if you go to OprahMag.com, you can see the entire list there and shop for it. And you can get things still in a day or two because Christmas is next week.
Over a week away. And we're going to talk in detail about all of those things on part 2. So tune in for part 2. It's out Thursday, guys. I'm Michelle Collins. Obviously, you know that. Follow me at Mish Call. We're going to be back with our friend John Hill, who I love as well, and Adam's friend as well. Part 2. We'll see you then.
Forever Dog. This has been a Forever Dog production. Midnight Snack with Michelle Collins is executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Produced by Tracy Soren. Original theme music by Gabe Lopez. Cover art by Ben Wiseman. To listen to this podcast ad-free, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcasts.com/plus. Check out video clips of our podcasts on YouTube at youtube.com/foreverdogteam. And make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Forever Dog Team to keep up with all the latest Forever Dog news.